the top volunteer for Donald Trump's campaign in Massachusetts was unceremoniously canned.
You're fired.
After he admitted that the state of New Hampshire is essentially lost. We ain't gonna get New Hampshire. Okay. So now the Boston Globe obtained an email from Tom Mountain, who is was the top volunteer, which said that Trump was, quote, sure to lose by an even higher margin this year in New Hampshire than he did in 2016 and 2020. So now 2020, Trump lost by a pretty fair margin, but in 2016, he actually lost by, I think, one percentage point. So, wow. If he's losing by even more than he did, which I think it was 4 points in 2020, well, he's in trouble. Okay. Now, Mountain cited his findings through campaign data/research. So now here's the thing. Campaigns do have internal polling and data that we do not have access to. And I don't just mean we as in like reporters. Yes, reporters, but average people. That's why it's campaign internal data. Now, if their internals are saying, oh boy, we've got a problem here in this state, I do not think that we're going to win. That's pretty serious. You tend to not ignore that, especially in places like the Granite State. Now, what's also serious, though, as this story shows, is that you have an internal email, a campaign email, somehow making it to the Boston Globe. Seems to be some security issues with this campaign. Okay. Now, that said, emails out, the backlash against Mr. Mountain was swift. Brian Hughes, senior advisor to the Trump campaign, told the Globe that Mountain was, quote, not a leading volunteer. And that due to this ridiculous misrepresentation of our ongoing operation in New Hampshire, he will no longer have any involvement going forward.
Fired! Fired!
Gone. Or you could also add
Bing, 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 boom. It's gone.
Meaning his job, or his volunteer position. Oh, fun. Okay. Now there's more. Steve Stepanek, leader of the Trump campaign in the state, said Mountain, quote, obviously has no idea what is going on in New Hampshire because he is from Massachusetts. Oh, ouch. Ouch. So now Donald Trump also weighed in on this, taking to
Truth, essential.
He writes, Comrade Kamala Harris sees there are problems for her campaign in New Hampshire because of the fact that they disrespected it in their primary and never showed up. Oh, interesting. Additionally, the cost of living in New Hampshire is through the roof. Their energy bills are some of the highest in the country. And their housing market is the most unaffordable in history. I protected New Hampshire's first in the nation primary and always will. To my friends in New Hampshire, get out and vote Trump. Together, we will make your state and America strong, safe, and prosperous again. Okay, so the question, though, is there any truth to what Mr. Mountain was saying? I mean, it's bad enough to get Donald Trump out there posting on True Social about it. There's got to be some truth to it, right? Well, despite his protestations, turns out Harris holds a lead there in New Hampshire of 7 points. This is according to polling averages at 538. So, 7 point. No wonder their hair is on fire. Okay. So, that said, Mountain, for pointing out something that appears to be correct, okay, unless their entire internal polling is just completely out of whack and are, they're way oversampling Republicans or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the internals. But Mountain's like, we got a problem here, okay? I'm pretty sure your internal polling is showing that there's going to be a blowout in New Hampshire, okay? And he points it out. Email gets somehow leaked. Maybe he leaked it. I don't know. The press reports it, and then gone. He's gone because of this, and not because of some of the alleged creepy things that he did in the past. What am I talking about? Well, it turns out Tom Mountain ended up having to resign as vice chair of the Massachusetts Republican Party over a, quote, scurrilous and demeaning blog post. Wait, what? According to the Boston Globe, which noted a story posted by Turtle Boy Sports. Yes, Turtle Boy Sports. Titled, Vice Chairman of Mass GOP leaves tons of creepy comments for women on Facebook, including underage girls. Claims he was hacked. Oh, fun. The story alleged that Mountain was leaving creepy comments about an intern for another Republican, Representative Gary Palmer. Some of which were left when said intern was a child, 14 or 15 years old. Oof. Wow. Now, do I believe it? Sure. It's totally on brand for today's Republican Party. Let's be fair about that. And notice, by the way, that he called these this post scurrilous and demeaning. Okay, but the comments do exist. Or else, if they didn't, you wouldn't have to go around and say, "Oh, I was hacked." Were you really? Oh, let me guess. Maybe that's where that email came from. Maybe you could just claim hacking again. Oh, they hacked my email and then it got out to the Boston Globe, but it doesn't mean that it's not true that we're probably going to get slaughtered in New Hampshire. But you know, you could say that I was hacked. I was hacked. Sure, you were, buddy. Sure. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.